G'day, I'm Alistair, and this is an i7-2600. So this was a fast CPU back in 2011, so it's not particularly exciting now, but we're going to use it to upgrade this machine, which has got an i3-2120 in it. So I think the CPU will be about twice as fast, but we'll run some benchmarks. I've already run the benchmarks on the i3. We'll put this in and we'll see how it goes. I'm possibly going to use this as maybe a jellyfin server or something like that, which technically you want a 7th gen CPU for that, not something that's 13 years old. So it's this, 2nd gen i7. So let's pull this out, put it on the floor and open it up and have a look inside and put this in, and we'll see if we get any extra performance. Okay, let's lay this thing down and open it up, and we have a mechanical drive as the boot drive, which is not quick. I've been using this machine and a couple others for ripping DVDs, so I've got 4 DVD drives in here. 2 of them are IDE. I made a video previously and we're using this IDE controller or PCIe card to be able to do that. Let's pop this thing out. Now, these are meant to be toolless, so we turn these little things and we should be able to pop them up. Like so. And that should now come off. And that thermal paste looks pretty dry. So let's start by removing the paste that's on here. And on the back of the cooler. Now, one problem we're likely going to have is this cooler is probably too small, but we'll see. Okay. So that is going to go that way. So just lift the old one out. Pop the new one in. There we go. Just goes under the little screw thing here, and that is secured nice and tightly. And we'll put some paste on. Let's grab this heat sink and put it back on. Which way did we go? Okay, so now it goes around like that, so that's probably a good direction. And in theory, okay, that did not work. Let's try that again.
A few moments later.
I see what's happened. Okay. Okay, all the arrows are pointing in. Gosh, why did they stop using these heat sinks? Okay, I think they're all in. Yay! Okay. Now you stuck on there. Make sure that that's not going to interfere with the fans at all. Okay. Plug in power, video, and network. Identical? They're not identical. That fits just fine. Oh, we've even got a little LED. And it's posting. New CPU installed. Okay, so I need to plug in a keyboard. And it's recognized the CPU. Perfect. Okay, I think we just need to save. F10, save changes. And that will probably boot into Windows. And then we can have a look, log in remotely, see how well that goes. So here we have the desktop of the machine. I've called it Sandy because it's a Sandy Bridge chipset. And we can run some benchmarks on it. And so, for instance, we could run CPU-Z. Well, I've already done this, so we can just go. And so there's the benchmarking, and we can run both versions of the benchmark. But no need for you to sit through that. We can go to my spreadsheet of results, and so there's the old result, and here's the new result. So if we want to work out the improvement, we can do a little formula. I can take the new result, subtract the old result, and divide it by the old result. So we get almost 50% improvement on the single core for this benchmark, and I'll copy that across there. And so double multi-core performance, and on this the newer benchmark, it's only 40% improved, but 120% multi-core. So yeah, results are interesting. Now Cinebench, I find it quite a good proxy for just raw CPU grunt, and we see that again with roughly double down multi-core performance, which pretty much expected with double the number of cores. So and only a 10% increase in the single core performance. And if we have a look at Geekbench, so we're up 16% single core and 78% multi-core. And you can drill down into the individual things, but it's reasonably consistent. So it definitely depends on the benchmark as to how much faster the CPU is. The only real test is sort of real world performance, depending on what I'm wanting to do with it. So we'll see how it fares going forward. But that said, it's still an 11-year-old CPU, and if we take our 1600, and there's a score of 12,000 and 8,000 on some more modern stuff. In fact, this isn't even modern. This is a dual CPU system with two i3-2600 V4s. That's quite a beast. It's effectively the fastest machine I've got. And I'm using it as a media PC currently because I've got no other use for it. So its multi-core performance is awesome, but single core, not so great. Still better than this i7 though. So Yeah, compared to a modern machine, it's not very exciting, but it's still not unusable. But I will need to replace that mechanical hard drive with something a bit faster, depending on what I'm using it for. And yeah, we can see, yeah, compared to a lot of other machines, there's a ROG Li, and it's 1/4 the speed of that, approximately. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Definitely, if you've got old machines, you can upgrade them with newer CPUs quite inexpensively. Generally speaking, the most powerful CPU in a given version, so the second generation i7, this is not the fastest one, but it's a lot faster than the i3. And usually the fastest one is quite expensive, but usually if you go down a couple of tiers, they're quite cheap. And usually there's only 10-20% difference in performance between the top i7 and the sort of the mid-range one, or the next one down. Okay, so I've rambled on long enough. I hope you found this video useful. I'll see you in a future one.